Maggie with Grassroots Dog Training. I've got a little bit of a controversial topic for you guys today, and that is the difference between in-person coaching or dog training versus remote coaching. Something like distance learning or remote coaching over the phone, over the internet, video exchanges, things like that. And I have a special book I wanted to share with you guys. So to start out, I've been doing distance coaching with people and at a distance consultations for about 4 years now. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would have thought that it was a good idea, I would have said absolutely not. And it wasn't until my experiences in Alaska, where everything was so remote and everybody was so far away from each other, that I really had to start thinking outside of this box critically. And when I moved to North Carolina a few years ago, I kept practicing a lot of the same stuff, and it started to evolve, and now most of my work is done remotely. I was doing some reading a few weeks ago, and I came across something that I thought was super pertinent to this point, because a lot of people kind of scratch their heads and go, I just can't wrap my head around how you're able to help from a distance without coming to the house. Now, for me, mind you, the biggest purpose of this is because it saves you guys a lot of money to be able to do things like this. I'm going to share with you the Aggressive Behavior in Dogs workbook for professionals. One of the first topics that it covers is, I'll show you guys, it is remote versus in-person consulting. I'm going to go ahead and read verbatim from the book. I won't read all of it to you, but I'll read the important parts. Handling aggression cases remotely via phone, email, rather than in person is a controversial subject. Hello, that's why we're here, right? Professional behavior consultants tend to frown on managing aggression cases by remote consultations, which are generally considered less effective and may even constitute a violation of ethical standards. Woo! See, this is what I would have said years ago too, again, until my experience being in Alaska, because I specialize in aggression, for those of you that don't know that. So it's really important that I did find a way to help people up there. It goes on to say, recent research has addressed the question of effectiveness of remote versus in-person consultation and case management by Dodman, Smith, and Holmes. So somebody actually researched this stuff, which I thought was awesome. This was done at Tufts University. It goes on to explain, the dynamics of the research and how it was done and what was looked at and all of that good stuff. And this is what it concluded. It says, Dodman and colleagues found no statistically significant difference in effectiveness of the consultations between in-person groups and remote consultations. What that means in layman's terms is it doesn't matter if you do a consultation with somebody that knows what they're doing. Over the phone or in person, the result is going to be the same. Now, I was stoked when I discovered that in this book because I had already discovered that myself, but I didn't have clear reference to back that up. I just knew by experience that it was effective. And a lot of cases, it's actually been more effective for my students. This is what a typical lesson would look like remotely. So instead of me coming over to your house and you paying for my time to talk about all the information that you first need to think about and know before practicing whatever skill I'm going to bring to the table, I have to come to your house. You have to pay me to verbally deliver this information. Now, with the distance coaching, what happens is I have handouts and instructional manuals and tools and instructional videos or video tutorials to help you first understand, assimilate the information, and try it on your own. I require my students to take videos at that point. So you would take video of you practicing whatever you just read about and watched and heard. Then you apply it. You send me the video of what that looks like. And then for 15 minutes, we'll interact together, and I could tell you what I see in the video that you specifically have to tweak, as well as the little tweakages that need to happen for your dog as an individual. See, my trained eye can pick up on that stuff very quickly. So even a 30-second video clip that you send me is more than enough to really break down and focus exactly on what you need to focus on. So what this means is that we're able to cover a lot more information, but you're paying for a very small percentage of my time rather than a full chunk. And you have the information that I'm delivering to you to keep in different forms forever if you need to. It's a little bit about how my distance coaching goes and why it's actually so effective and why I have learned to enjoy it more than anything else. It's because it gives you the opportunity to become more successful, and it saves you a whole lot of money so that you have more left over to invest in other areas to improve your life. So thank you guys so much for listening to this video. Please like my page, subscribe, check out the website, www.grassrootsdog.com. And as always, I would love to hear from you. So please comment below. Let me know what you think of this video. And let me know if you have experience also with distance coaching in other areas of your life. All right. Much love to you guys. Bye.